definitely going to be. It's fucking bullshit. I'm just like such a testament. It makes me wonder about how many fucking people got screwed, like, because there are a lot of people that could seem crazy and stuff that actually got screwed over like me too. But then they're all a bunch of people that can just be crazy too. But there's so many things that prove me right. It's like, do I get emotional, just vent, or do I try to find focal points of proof to focus on, to explain to people, to document? Do I try to keep saving my life? Do I try to keep just documenting for future purposes, knowing that I'm not even gonna have a chance to save my life? Or what do I even do? Like, just after just being gaslit again to the extreme, after already avoiding talking to my dad and going back to him for how many days, and then always have to go back because there's literally no other options other than, it's like another day waiting 24 hours to get by, to just wake up to the next day, to be stuck in a cage, to not be able to walk around, to be reminded that the car is still in the driveway that I didn't even want, that my dad just bought to complain about money, that just like everything else, he just buys things to waste money, to complain while I'm the one struggling with money, while I'm actually thinking about every dime. And then they break me, and then like the things would go out the window, that all the discipline things. Like, this is what, like, I would go like 10, 15 years at a time, and then they'd like do some, like, it would just, the amount of stress and pains and things would like break my whole thing. And I'd go to like substances. Then my parents would even use that against me. Then they would, like literally every single detail. These are like the biggest monsters ever. Think of the past generations, it wouldn't even been able to go on this long because they wouldn't have survived. Like, you can't be 70 in prior generations way back. Only in recent times do people even live this long. Like, this is what, I can only imagine, like, it's going to get worse. Things like this can only get worse because you have literally like children that have been enabled to grow up in society, to develop into full on, like, because they're the ones that are been here all for the long, that didn't learn to work like I did, that claim, like these fucking fake people that are doing the things. That's the most retarded, it's the dumbest thing, because all you have to do is just look right beneath the surface, and like everything is so revealing of these fake people. Like that's why it so drives me so fucking nuts. They can only pretend like, so it's so, there's only a little tiny veil. All you have to do is just dig a little bit under the surface and everything can be seen. It's all interconnected. It's a telling for every single person is revealing that way. Even down to like body movements and stuff. Oh my God, it's so fucking, I feel like like I've been trapped in this world where I was the one, like most people now, it's all normalized. It feels like, and I'm from like a different generation. Meanwhile, I don't even know if that generation was like really that old, because there's so much garbage and then there's so much data that's incorrect. Meanwhile, I have a good brain to put things together, and I've confirmed this throughout in all my interactions and social interactions with all the people over my life, whereas I found that my parents were really way more sinister in my experience. But then again, yeah, who knows? Who knows? can always go back to my stuff makes sense because you can judge on, just basic logic and confirmation of agreed upon logic and principles and things that I can stick to, have discipline with, and then I do this every day. I don't go outside my morals. And it's like, of course, why would anyone do this? Except when you're driven to this after so many years and you don't want to go around and why would anyone want to experience what I'm doing where it's so painful? Of course not. I understand. You guys, everyone else doesn't have the luxury. Everyone else has the luxury that hasn't gone through it so many times where you couldn't even take a substance and escape because you already know, you're so used to, where everything's gonna go. I do anyway. This has been my life experience. And then they made me do it anyway and then go up because I literally had no other options. Meanwhile, these people had all the options. I'm talking about my parents again. It's got to be hammered in so clear, especially after all the time, my whole life, I ignored it and I acted like I wasn't abused and I gave them the benefit of the doubt and everything. And then all these fake people, I realized after everything that I got even more fucked and everything was way worse than I even thought because all this crap was built on these people doing fake things and they weren't even working like me. And people like my mother who use God and they twist the whole thing and they use that as a whole. As someone who, it's being real is the most painful thing for consistently. And then in a fake world, what maybe. And then every single person is being used by something else, and everything's exploiting this other person. These other groups are exploiting this group, and the other group is. It's everything. And then there's probably just one little portion that. I don't know. Who else had enough time? I probably am a rarity also in that I had so much time to think on this stuff, but not because it was a luxury or I was rich and lazy or any of that. I had so much pain and the things that they did to me were so bad. And dude, you don't even know. Because these guys, even the addictions I had, I blamed on myself and addiction when even withdrawal feelings I had weren't coming from that, but from the things from being trapped in that house with my parents. And the pain of everything with them that I even started attributing to myself and having substances to escape with in my past. It's such a twisted thing. And then to be I'm the one who has been successfully I've been able to overcome these different things. And the only reason I'm acting this way where I'm overwhelmed and in such pain and stuff is because of the current things being done to me by my parents. It is such a shame to have everything proved. This is a world where you can't get justice. You can't argue. You can't make a case on something like this because there's no way to hold these people accountable for things like this, even though it's brutal psychological abuse. And then it ties in everything from physical abuses to indirect abuses to things from pills, side effects, all these different things that go on forever. And literally my dad is still gaslighting in text. It's okay, you cannot possibly love me. I'm literally telling you, if you loved me, you would help with this one specific thing that your whole thing is money and you're complaining about money. This thing costs 10 times less. Every day of my life, I gave my dad an option that made sense. He denied it. He forced me in agony And then he blamed me, and then he just sent me around in these circles forever and ever 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 and ever. People have no idea that I've never experienced something like this. Yeah, I mean, I can't even, I don't know how he sleeps at night. I don't, there's something broken at the core of his brain. And my mother to actually enable this for 70, how the hell do you live that long? Again, how? It's because it's interconnected in their entire mentality. There's something broken there. That's how they do it. They don't have the morality. They have something like broken, so they can just like take an exit somehow. Or I could never do that because I have like strict morals. But I mean, that's the type of shit that psychopaths do and narcissists do that have low empathy. And that it sucks so much that those terms have like been just destroyed. Those terms, there are like legitimate like psychopaths and narcissists, which are nothing like what's depicted. There's women, especially women, it seems like, that will just like categorize people like that, even when it's just like a tiny little thing and it's not even close to what a real true narcissist is, where they have an inability to take, like, again, like the things that I can prove where I'm not that way, where I have empathy and I can take accountability for my actions, they have none of that. They have none of it. They can't. No, I'm not a cult leader. I'm just a dude talking. So, I mean, you're a testament to the world. If that was, well, everyone is, so. But you're a testament to negativity if you're trying to stir shit up. I'm just trying to document things. And then everyone, I mean, you get to be documented as well. So that's your, you get to, whatever impact that has in the end. It's like literally everyone shows me that they never listen. And then it's just more proofs. So